You walk in the game, just listen. She's a beautiful young lady. And there's a lot of beautiful young ladies in the WNBA. But when you do that, you can't come down the line and complain about being objectified later on. It's not going to work with people. Whether it's right or wrong, it's not going to work. And when you do stuff like that, and you're drawing attention to yourself because of that, that can be problematic for you.
Did you catch what Angel Reese just did? She didn't just share a New Year's Eve photo. She made a bold move that's got everyone talking. And now Stephen A. Smith is weighing in with some fiery opinions. But here's the kicker. This isn't about a dress or a viral moment. It's about a 22-year-old athlete who may have just shaken up her entire career. Plus, you won't believe how Stephen A. Smith compared her to Caitlin Clark. It's a story of two basketball stars that's sure to grab your attention.
But when you do that, you can't come down the line and complain about being objectified later on. It's not going to work with people. Whether it's right or wrong, it's not going to work. And when you do stuff like that and you're drawing attention to yourself because of that, that can be problematic for you, especially when the comparison is going to be drawn to Caitlin Clark, who isn't doing such things. That might not be fair. I'm not saying it is. And you certainly have the right to dress how you want and to do what you want and to live your life. But people have a right to have their opinions about what you put on display. And if they don't like it and they believe that it's not the right thing for you to be doing when you talk about building your brand, I don't know how you can argue that, Tori. That's my struggle.
Angel Reese just posted a video that left everyone buzzing. You're probably thinking, it can't be that big of a deal, right? Well, even her biggest fans were asking, what's going on? Imagine this. Reese steps out in a bold, eye-catching dress, and the internet lights up instantly. The comment section was on fire, and now everyone's debating the same question. Was it worth all the attention?
My daughters are fully aware. Daddy had better damn well not see an outfit like that on social media. Now, I ain't judging Angel Reese. Live your life. I'm talking about my daughters.
Right.
I promise you. I better not see that. Hey, they could be in college in L.A., in Boston, or anywhere in between. Daddy will drop the mic, hop in the car, on the plane, or wherever. That ain't gonna happen. You said, I'm not having it. That's me.
But here's where things take a surprising turn. Suddenly, everything goes silent. Angel Reese's Instagram, gone, vanished, just like that. Fans were left shocked, scrambling to figure out what's really happening behind the scenes.
Issue because she deleted her Instagram, and that's the most important part about all of this, because clearly she's uncomfortable with some of the backlash that she's getting because she deleted her Instagram.
Now, you might be asking yourself, was this really about the dress, or is there something deeper going on? Turns out, it's bigger than just a fashion choice. At 22, Angel Reese, a rising basketball star, may have just put her reputation on the line. This isn't a simple wardrobe mishap or harmless New Year's fun. It's got people talking, and not in the best way.
Well, here's the part that I like about the backlash. Clearly, it's something that a lot of people can't take. So if it's something that you can't take, maybe you shouldn't expose yourself to the backlash and provoking the backlash.
Here's the wild part. This isn't the first time Angel Reese has been at the center of drama. Remember her hand-waving moment during the NCAA championship? Yeah, that was her. But this takes things to a whole new level. It's like she took all the attention she got on the court and dialed it up to the max off the court. Now let's talk about the fallout, because it's huge. We're not just talking about a few upset fans or a drop in followers. This is the kind of controversy that makes sponsors rethink their partnerships. And here's the twist. Earlier this year, Reese called out people for sexualizing her. And now fans are left questioning everything.
One. Number two, she was seen during various interviews and what have you, talking about threats, talking about insults, crying about how people were coming at her with such venom and hostility, particularly in her last year at LSU, before she ultimately graduated to the pros. She brought up all of these things, which means she was aware of it. And if you're aware of it, you have to understand that that's going to be part of the judgment that comes against you, fair or unfair.
Now, this latest move has fans calling her out for what feels like blatant hypocrisy. People are stunned, accusing her of contradicting her own words. Meanwhile, Stephen A. Smith didn't hold back. He dove right in with his signature fiery commentary. Picture a disappointed dad laying down the truth, and you've got the vibe. He's not sugarcoating anything.
Yes, you are 22. Yes, you are young. And there's a lot of things that we didn't want people to know about when we were her age. Fair enough, especially me, okay? Because I'm 30 plus years removed from that age. I got that part. There was no social media then or whatever. But here's my point to you. She knows this social media. She is not dumb. She's quite a brilliant young lady. She's very smart, very accomplished. And on top of it all, she is in this age where she does know social media exists. And she has exploited it to her advantage. And so when you take that into consideration, that means you're mindful of the imagery and the perception that you're assisting in creating about yourself.
This critique is so harsh, it could change the way young athletes think about managing their public image. Remember how Angel Reese quickly deleted that controversial post? Stephen A. Smith didn't miss a beat. He jumped on it faster than a point guard on a fast break. Here's what he had to say.
Listen, I am not trying to say that she should be criticized or she is wrong. What I'm saying is by pulling it down, clearly you felt there was something wrong with it.
Ouch. Stephen A. Smith isn't just criticizing the post, he's pointing out that Reese knew the backlash was coming. It's like he's asking, if you knew it was a bad move, why go through with it? But he doesn't stop there. Smith wasn't about to let her off the hook that easily. He brought up Caitlin Clark, and let's just say, the comparison wasn't pretty. Smith didn't hold back when he said
that. But what's not debatable is the fact that Caitlin Clark has handled her branding extremely well. Whereas with Angel Reese, sometimes you find yourself scratching your head and wondering what the hell she's doing. Like that photo right there.
Talk about a harsh dose of reality. But this isn't just about social media drama. Stephen A. Smith takes it a step further, pointing out that in professional sports, your reputation isn't just built on your performance on the court, it's also shaped by how you conduct yourself off it.
Angel Reese, in doing the things that she has done, let's face reality. She's going to be attached to Caitlin Clark to some degree. If Angel Reese had never waved her hand in her face when LSU was beating Iowa for in the Final Four of the national championship, if that hadn't happened, Angel Reese's name might not be as big.
It's like Stephen A. Smith is drawing a clear picture of two very different paths. Caitlin Clark, building a lasting legacy, and Angel Reese, who might be creating something, but perhaps not what she expected. Here's where it gets really intriguing. Reese's success, no matter how big or small, seems to be linked to Clark. But then, Smith's guest drops a truth bomb about the intense pressure Reese is facing, warning her of what's ahead.
But you have to be cognizant that no matter how you step out of your house, you are now Angel Reese. And you will always be picked apart, unfortunately. It comes with the crown. You're a queen. You're beautiful, So you just have to remember that if you aren't ready for the scrutiny, if you're not ready for the heat, then, you just got to be mindful that what comes with it. You have to be mindful with what.
It's almost like Smith is saying, welcome to the big leagues, kid. The spotlight doesn't switch off when you leave the court. But here's the real twist. Smith questions if Reese is more focused on being an athlete or an influencer. He asks, is she an athlete or an influencer? Can she be both? It's a question that'll stick with you long after reading this. In today's world of sports and social media, where do you draw the line? Is Reese playing checkers while everyone else is playing chess?
I'm just saying that what's inescapable is that it's going, even though she's not Caitlin Clark, the reason I bring up Caitlin Clark is because they're attached at the hip with one another, which means they're ultimately going to be compared, Tori. And when you look at Caitlin Clark is balling. She's a rookie of the year. She was one of the finalists for the league MVP honors as a rookie, breaking all types of records. She should have been on Team USA. She didn't choose to play in an unrivaled league. Her brand building has been incredibly impressive.
And here's the twist. While Angel Reese is stirring up controversy, her rival Caitlin Clark is breaking records and making headlines for all the right reasons. It's like watching two completely different approaches unfold. One is building a lasting legacy, and the other? Well, she's building something, but it might not be what she hoped for.
Well, we have to remember one thing. She's not Caitlin Clark, and we can't ask her to be anyone else besides herself, and especially not right here. We're not going to do that. We want you to be you. We love seeing the great parts of your journey, but we also have to remember she's 22 years old.